Nobody expected Steven Seagal's daughter to walk into the wrestling world, let alone sign one of the most jaw-dropping contracts in WWE history. But when Arissa LeBrock's deal leaked online, the entire industry stopped breathing. When the story broke, it didn't just trend, it exploded. WWE fans, MMA purists, and Hollywood insiders were all scrambling for answers. How did a Hollywood royal, daughter of martial arts legend Steven Seagal and model Kelly LeBrock, suddenly become one of WWE's highest-paid female superstars before even wrestling her first televised match? Insiders claim her debut deal is unlike anything WWE has ever done for a rookie. Some reports hinted at a seven-figure base salary, plus bonuses that rivaled top-tier veterans. "It's unreal," one anonymous source said. "We're talking about Ronda Rousey-level money, maybe even more." Fans couldn't believe what they were seeing. Twitter exploded, Reddit threads filled with speculation. "She got how much?" became the meme of the week. Some said it was pure hype. Others believed WWE was betting big on her Hollywood bloodline. After all, Arissa wasn't just another newcomer. She was trained in jiu-jitsu, MMA, and kickboxing long before ever stepping into a WWE ring. Still, questions hung in the air. Was this massive deal justified? Or was WWE buying headlines instead of talent? The buzz reached WWE legends fast. From Trish Stratus to Booker T, opinions started flying. Booker said on his podcast, "You don't just hand out that kind of money. She better bring the fire." Meanwhile, Trish was more optimistic. If she's got the skill and star power, she could change the women's division forever. Even behind the scenes, producers whispered about Vince McMahon's rumored interest in bringing a Hollywood combat dynasty to WWE. With Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson now serving as a creative executive, many saw this as part of a bigger plan, fusing celebrity legacy with real combat credibility. And Arissa? She stayed quiet. No interviews, no tweets, just one chilling Instagram story. A black-and-white photo of her father's samurai sword with the caption, "I don't talk, I prove." Fans went wild. Some called it iconic. Others said she was trying too hard. But everyone agreed something big was coming. By the time WWE officially confirmed her signing on SmackDown, the crowd erupted into chaos. Chants of "LeBrock, LeBrock" filled the arena. It was clear WWE's newest superstar had already captured the world's attention, without even touching the ropes. But that was just the beginning, because what came next would divide the locker room like never before. Backstage tension was boiling. Some superstars called Arissa's deal an insult. Others whispered that WWE was finally taking women's wrestling seriously. When Arissa arrived at the Performance Center in Orlando, the atmosphere shifted. Cameras caught glimpses of her entering with full security, an entrance usually reserved for legends. The buzz was instant. "You'd think The Rock just showed up," one insider joked. The training footage that leaked days later went viral overnight. Arissa was seen sparring with Natalya, landing brutal arm locks and crisp judo throws. Comment sections blew up. "She's not just a celebrity kid, she's a killer." Still, not everyone was impressed. Charlotte Flair, daughter of Ric Flair and long considered the measuring stick of WWE's women's division, reportedly wasn't thrilled. Sources claimed she told producers, "We don't need another famous kid walking in and taking our spotlight." Fans couldn't get enough of the supposed rivalry. Charlotte versus Arissa LeBrock, Battle of the Bloodlines, became a trending topic across social media. WWE executives didn't discourage it either. They knew drama sells. In the locker room, tension turned to open conflict. During a closed-door promo rehearsal, Charlotte reportedly threw shade, saying, "Some of us earn our legacies. Others are born into them." Arissa's reply was short and cold. "Legacies end when someone stronger walks in." The crew said you could hear a pin drop. Then someone whispered, "We've got a new queen." WWE legends began weighing in. Mick Foley posted on X, "Arissa LeBrock has the tools and the toughness. Don't underestimate her." Meanwhile, Jim Cornette ripped the move apart, saying WWE had lost its mind paying movie star money for an unproven rookie. Viewers on social media went wild, dividing into two camps, Team Arissa and Team Charlotte. The buzz got so intense that WWE reportedly restructured upcoming storylines just to capitalize on it. When Arissa finally stepped into a live ring for a dark match, the energy was electric. Every move she made felt deliberate, cold, and disciplined, like a martial artist calculating her opponent's next breath. After a single devastating spinning kick, the crowd erupted. "This girl's legit," one fan tweeted. "You can feel the danger when she moves." And yet, behind the scenes, executives were planning something far bigger. Her debut wasn't meant to be a test. It was a statement. Because WWE wasn't just promoting Arissa LeBrock. They were about to crown her as the new face of the women's division, whether the locker room liked it or not. When money and legacy collide, chaos follows. And in WWE, chaos means ratings. Just a week after Arissa's dark match, leaked figures from her contract sent shockwaves through the industry. Reliable insiders confirmed it. A multi-year deal worth $3.5 million plus merchandising rights and a Netflix docuseries in development. Fans couldn't believe what they were seeing. "That's Brock Lesnar money," one viral post screamed. Veteran wrestlers were livid. Becky Lynch reportedly called the deal a slap in the face. Bayley joked in an interview, "Guess I need to call my agent." But privately, many wondered if this was a glimpse into WWE's future. A company leaning more into celebrity power than in-ring legacy. Still, others saw it differently. Triple H defended the signing, saying during a press conference, "Arissa brings a combination of skill, discipline, and global appeal. She's the next evolution of what a WWE superstar can be." And to her credit, Arissa wasn't sitting on her paycheck. Every day she trained longer than anyone. Early mornings, late nights, sparring with Shayna Baszler, studying tape of Ronda Rousey, Asuka, and Trish Stratus. Even some skeptics began to change their tone. But one moment turned the tide completely. During a live promo segment on Raw, Charlotte confronted her. "You think you can buy greatness?" she sneered. Arissa stepped closer and said one line that made fans lose their minds. "I didn't buy greatness, I inherited it, and now I'm earning it." The arena exploded. Twitter went into meltdown. "That's the line of the year," fans shouted. Clips of the confrontation hit 10 million views overnight. WWE had found its new golden storyline. Two second-generation warriors colliding for dominance. Even The Rock chimed in with a cryptic post. "Some bloodlines are built different. Let's see who really brings the fight." The hype reached fever pitch. Rumors flew that their eventual pay-per-view showdown would headline WrestleMania. Merchandise with Bloodline vs. Legacy branding started appearing online. But behind the scenes, something darker brewed. A few veterans were reportedly threatening walkouts if pay equity wasn't addressed. WWE was playing a dangerous game, balancing Hollywood money against locker room loyalty. Still, Arissa stayed focused. No social media posts, no public drama, just training, discipline, and quiet confidence. But even she couldn't predict what came next, because WWE was about to use her newfound fame for something much bigger and far more controversial. The truth about Arissa LeBrock's WWE contract wasn't just about numbers, it was about power. And when power shifts in WWE, everyone feels the aftershock. Weeks after the contract leak, a strange atmosphere settled over the locker room. Veteran wrestlers whispered about Hollywood politics. Producers shuffled scripts. Even commentators were told to keep mentions of Arissa limited until creative finalized her storyline. But fans? They were obsessed. Every photo, every training clip, every glimpse of Arissa trended instantly. Then came the breaking point. WWE announced a special network episode. a behind-the-scenes look at the future of the women's division. Nobody expected what came next. The episode revealed snippets of Arissa's first sit-down interview. Calm, composed, dangerous. She said, "People think I'm here for fame. I was born into fame. I'm here for dominance." Fans couldn't believe what they were seeing. The comment section exploded. "She talks like she's been in the business for decades," one fan wrote. Others were less kind. "Respect the veterans first." But what nobody knew was that WWE had bigger plans brewing behind the scenes. Triple H had quietly pitched a WrestleMania mega storyline, Charlotte Flair versus Arissa LeBrock, billed as Bloodline versus Legacy. The storyline would mirror their real tension, blending truth and fiction in a way WWE hadn't done since the Attitude Era. When news of the pitch leaked, WWE Legends reacted instantly. Mick Foley tweeted, "If they play this right, it could redefine women's wrestling." Meanwhile, Jim Ross simply said, "That's money." But not everyone was thrilled. Rumors spread that Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley weren't happy about being sidelined for a celebrity feud. WWE's women's division was suddenly divided into camps, those backing Arissa's star power and those defending years of grind and sweat. The crowd erupted into chaos when WWE teased the match during a live Raw. Charlotte entered the ring demanding respect for real athletes. Suddenly, the arena lights dimmed. A single spotlight hit the ramp. Arissa walked out in a black G, barefoot, calm as ice. The crowd lost it. Without saying a word, she stared Charlotte down. The tension was thick enough to slice with a blade, and just when Charlotte lifted the mic to speak, Arissa snatched it from her hand and whispered, "You talk too much." The fans went wild. Social media exploded again. LeBrock vs. Flair trended worldwide within minutes, but the real bombshell hadn't dropped yet. Because behind closed doors, WWE was planning to use that match to launch something even bigger, an entire LeBrock Dynasty storyline. And the twist they were about to reveal would make fans question everything they thought they knew about Arissa's deal. When WWE pulls strings behind the curtain, there's always more than meets the eye. And Arissa LeBrock's contract wasn't just a payday, it was a chess move. Reports began surfacing that Arissa's deal included a hidden clause, one that granted her creative input over her storyline and character direction. It was something even seasoned veterans didn't have. When the news hit the locker room, resentment turned into outrage. One anonymous superstar told a journalist, "She hasn't even been here 6 months, and she's calling her own shots?" Unreal. Fans couldn't believe what they were seeing. WWE insiders confirmed it. Arissa had the kind of contract usually reserved for megastars like John Cena or Roman Reigns. But unlike them, she was still unproven in the eyes of many. Then came the kicker. Rumors swirled that her Netflix docuseries was being co-produced by The Rock's 7 Bucks Productions, meaning the Hollywood connection ran even deeper. Suddenly, the pieces made sense. WWE wasn't just investing in Arissa as a performer, they were building a global media icon. The response from Legends was mixed. Kurt Angle praised the move. "If she's got that kind of leverage, good for her. Business is business." But Chris Jericho fired back on his podcast. WWE's lost touch with the grind. You don't earn control, you fight for it. Even Vince McMahon reportedly weighed in from retirement, calling it the boldest move WWE's made in a decade. And while the locker room buzzed with jealousy, Arissa kept stacking wins. Dark matches turned into main events. Fan signs began filling arenas. LeBrock era has begun. But not everything was smooth behind the camera. One viral clip showed Arissa walking past Charlotte backstage without acknowledgement. Charlotte turned, muttered something under her breath, and Arissa smirked. A tiny, silent war captured in 10 seconds that sent fans into frenzy. Social media became a battlefield. Half the WWE universe crowned Arissa the future face of wrestling. The other half called her WWE's biggest mistake. Then, in a shocking move, WWE announced that the Bloodline vs. Legacy match would now be a career versus contract bout. Charlotte's career on the line against Arissa's record-breaking deal. The stakes couldn't have been higher. Crowds went insane. Forums filled with theories. No way they'll fire Charlotte. Right? But as WrestleMania approached, leaks hinted that something even crazier was coming. A twist so big, even the veterans didn't see it coming. Because Arissa's dream contract wasn't just about her future, it was about someone else's too. And the person WWE was about to reveal would make the entire arena gasp. The lights dimmed. The crowd roared. And for the first time, the world would see whether Arissa LeBrock could live up to her $3.5 million promise. WrestleMania's main event card shimmered with anticipation. Charlotte Flair versus Arissa LeBrock. Career versus contract. The energy was electric. Fans could barely sit still. When Arissa's entrance music hit, a haunting orchestral remix of her father's movie theme, the stadium shook. The match began like a chess game. Measured, tense, technical. Charlotte taunted. Arissa countered with calm precision. Every strike echoed through the arena. "This doesn't look scripted," one commentator gasped. Fans couldn't believe what they were seeing. Midway through the match, Charlotte went for the figure 8, but Arissa reversed it into a brutal armbar, screaming in raw fury. The crowd erupted. "Tap, tap, tap," the fans chanted. Charlotte barely reached the ropes. Then came the twist no one saw coming. The Titantron flickered. A shadowy figure appeared. Steven Seagal himself, watching from backstage. The crowd exploded. His calm nod said everything. The LeBrock legacy had arrived. As Charlotte regained her composure, the referee got distracted. Arissa seized the moment, delivering a spinning heel kick that sent Charlotte crashing. 1, 2, 3. The bell rang. The arena went insane. Arissa LeBrock had done it. She'd not only justified her shocking contract, she'd ended Charlotte Flair's WWE career. Cameras caught legends standing in awe. Trish Stratus mouthed, "Unbelievable." Triple H applauded. Even Becky Lynch, watching from the crowd, whispered, "Damn, she did it." Viewers on social media went wild. Hashtags flooded timelines. E.T. to LeBrock era, E.T. to Hollywood champion, E.T. Flair down. Memes, clips, reactions. It was global mayhem. But just as the celebration reached its peak, the screen lit up again. A mysterious message appeared in bold letters. "The dynasty has just begun." Then the crowd gasped as Kelly LeBrock, Arissa's mother, stepped onto the stage, holding a WWE contract folder. The commentators shouted in disbelief, "No way! Another LeBrock?" The twist was clear. WWE had just signed Kelly LeBrock as Arissa's on-screen manager and executive producer for her docuseries. The LeBrock Dynasty storyline was officially born. Fans couldn't believe what they were seeing. Legends were speechless. Even The Rock tweeted a single word: savage. As the credits rolled, Arissa stood center ring, sweat dripping, championship belt in hand, eyes cold with purpose. Her father's theme echoed through the arena. From Hollywood royalty to WWE dominance, she had turned skepticism into history. And as the final lights faded, one thing was undeniable. Arissa LeBrock hadn't just signed a contract. She had signed her legacy in blood, power, and millions.